Przepraszam, że łamie ci serce.
I am sorry for the pain I am causing you.
Perdona por el daño que te causa esto.
I zadaję ci ból.
I am sorry for breaking your heart like this.
Pero ya no puedo más.
Ale nie mogę tak dalej.
But I can't keep going like this.
I've been painting all morning trying to bring some life to this darkness.
People who have lost part of their hearts find it extremely difficult to talk about death.
I'm tired. I'm tired of hospitals, of drugs, of waking in the middle of the night in pain. One day, I won't be here.
I try to understand this world and the people who inhabit it. What makes them feel alive? It's hard for me to keep feeling attached to a world that I don't belong to eat when everyone only wants to swallow.
Not today, not today, not today.
What if today is that day?
I can't stop thinking about that day. It's excitingly terrifying.
I feel disgusted, empty. If I can't process colours, how can I digest food?
Don't get lost in darkness. I had a terrific life.
Astonishing, passionate, extreme.
I couldn't ask for a better partner, and I can't think of a better way to go than spending my last days with you.
The other night, I woke up with my mouth dry and I poured some water, but I couldn't drink a drop from that blue glass. I wanted to drink from yellow Vaseline or green uranium, but life ends in blue.
So when I'm gone,
I'll be gone.
I'll be dead. No tuve nada, lo di todo. Quise dar, no encontré quien recibiera.
δεν είχα τίποτε. Τα έφαλα καλόν ύφρα κάποιον που τα δέκατον.
I had nothing. I gave everything away. I wanted to give, but never found someone willing to receive. Still, I feel happy in my very skinny, dry, and bony existence. I forgot what it feels like to put something in my mouth.
I wish I could forget how it feels to put something in my mouth. Me cago en los discursos de despedida.
Fuck farewell speeches.
Me cago en Dios.
Fuck God.
Me cago en ti.
Fuck you.
Violeta tiene una pena.
Judith tiene una pena.
Frida tiene una pena
Que no la puedo callar. Son injusticias testigos que todos pueden aplicar. Nadie le ha puesto remedio, pudiendo remediar.
I'm Frida. Frida means peace in German, paz in Espanol. I've never been in peace. I've never been peaceful. I was born an oxymoron.
I'm Judith. It means praised. The beautiful woman who dares. I dare to dare. Sometimes I win. Sometimes I win again.
I am Violeta. It means violet in Spanish, violet like the flower, and the color of new beginnings. I have started again so many times, but the end is always the same. Does anyone know what an arpillera is? No? Arpillera? Anybody? A-R-P-I-L-L-E-R-A. Arpillera. Nobody. Okay. It is a colorful patchwork woven in a piece of cloth. My arpilleras were exhibited at the Louvre. But I was born in the countryside, far away from here, far from everywhere. I used to get lost in the forest and run, barefoot, feeling the stones under my feet and the wind on my face. It is cold, wet. Sometimes when I close my eyes, I still see those huge tree trunks. I touch them, as if they were devils trying to catch me, and I ran, and I ran, and I ran, and I ran, and I ran. And I kept running. I've always kept running. We were poor.
Poor.
Poor, but happy.
Una mezcla. I'm a mixture. My father was a migrant who came to Mexico from Germany when he was 18. And my mother, a mestiza, with Spanish and indigenous blood. I need no introduction. You've seen my face before. Maybe on a t-shirt, a mug, or Madonna's Instagram. Well, before becoming a pinche pop icon, I was just Frida. Frida, daughter of Guillermo Carlo, a brave man who lived with epilepsy for 60 years, but who never stopped working and fighting against Hitler. That's what I wrote on his portrait. Technically, he couldn't have been fighting the Nazis as he was in Mexico at the time, but it sounds so beautifully inspiring that I decided it's true. Frida, the third of 4 sisters, born on the 6th of July 1910, the same year as the Mexican Revolution. Technically, that would make me a 3-year-old baby when I was born, but again, why not adjust the facts so the truth can be narrated better? I decided when to be born. I didn't come to the world came to me. Frida, Diego Rivera's wife, the only woman he really, truly, deeply loves. And that is an absolute truth.
I need an introduction. I come from Colombia, and yes, I do speak English very well because my family was one of the wealthiest from the coffee-growing axis. When my sister Miriam turned 15, my father closed the streets of Manizales, the capital of the rising coffee industry. And when I turned 15, nobody cared. Only my older brother Jairo said, "Happy birthday."
I got polio when I was 7, so I was bullied at school for having one leg thinner than the other. Then, when I was 18, I got on a bus. It is crowded. I'm standing next to the railing, and suddenly there is a thud. An iron rod goes through my pelvis and takes away my motherhood forever. Everything is blurry. Everything but the pain. 2 ribs fractured.
2 ribs fractured.
Clavicle broken.
Clavicle broken.
Right leg broken.
Right leg broken.
11 places.
11 places.
Right foot squashed.
Right foot squashed.
Hips destroyed.
Hips destroyed.
That was my first accident. The second, lethal, was Diego.
My brother Nicanor is a poet. He likes to be called the anti-poet. We are all anti-something, right? Nicanor says that we are a mixture of vinegar and oil, a sausage, of angel and beast. Nicanor encouraged me to go all over the countryside, from the mountains to the sea, looking for all those beautiful melodies, deep melodies, hidden in every corner of Chile. In the Andes, in the deserts, in the vineyards, in that cold but charming island called Chiloé. I meet the cantores, who know the folk music by heart. They don't know how to write or how to read, but they know how to play local music. Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
I don't know how to sing, no sé cómo cantar. Would you touch me, to teach me? Once they start playing, I turn on my tape recorder.
I'm not on Wikipedia. Well, not until recently. There are no international exhibitions of my work. The only painting acquired by the National Museum of Colombia is in storage. No plans to exhibit it. No room for Judith Marquez. But you know, at one point in my life, I was important. La Posilga. That's what my family called my studio, the shithole. Which nurtured some of the works of artists like Obregón, Rayo, Grau, and even Botero. It hosted some of the most avant-garde gatherings of Bogota. It is dark, covered in smoke, and smells like tobacco, but that shithole nurtured great contemporary artists.
Diego Rivera, the muralist. For years, I was just Diego Rivera's wife, the tiny, little, fragile, paint-dressed woman behind him, beside him. Now, Diego Rivera is Frida Kahlo's husband.
There's a street in Medellin called Judith Marquez.
There are several streets in Chile called Violeta Parra, bunch of poblaciones, barrios, villas miserias, slums. In Latin America are called Violeta Parra.
I have slums, buildings, fashion exhibitions, streets, all over the world. Rue Frida Kahlo.
Paris, c'est vraiment magnifique. I am singing in all these taverns. Plenty of fantastic people talking about music, politics, culture. And then I drink, and I sing, and 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 then I go on a table and on another table, and I drink, and I sing, and I drink, and on a table, and another table, and I drink, and I sing, and I drink, and I sing, and then I got cueca with the most handsome French students. They're real revolutionaries, not like these romantic Chilean students going to Bohemian cafes, hiding behind their existentialist, lonka, ciphers, and mustaches. That was my second time in Paris. I don't want to talk about it, as well. I didn't kill her.
My work is my child. I give birth every time I finish a painting.
I paint self-portraits because I don't want to be forgotten. I'm part of my works as my works are part of me.
Abstractionism, modernism, botterism, botherism.
Surrealism, all the same shit.
Folk, popular, new singing, all
None.
my styles.
What am I? How can I be defined?
I hate surrealism. It seems a pathetic expression of bourgeois art.
Who has the right to label my art?
So many labels, so many meanings. How a peasant's daughter who didn't even finish school can write such enormous, amazing melodies.
I'm called surrealist, but I don't paint dreams or nightmares. I paint my own reality.
Art's art, realistic, real life.
Our art is repressed, controlled, subject to external censorship.
Latin American art.
Female art.
Art is for those who dare. Judith Marquez's work is less rude, less tough, less categorical than that of her male colleagues.
We are always defined in opposition to men.
Did I mention that my arpilleras were exhibited at the Louvre? The Louvre. I was the first Latin American artist, and I'm not first Latin American, like female Latin American artist, first Latin American artist having a solo exhibition at the Louvre. The Louvre is big. Huge. You can get lost there.
I studied arts in the US, was part of 2 Venice Biennales and exhibited in Washington.
My first trip abroad was to Holland. It was great fun. It was 1955, and back then, the world was divided in two, the right and the left, and an artist should never, ever be right-winged.
Say it out loud, please.
I was so into communism. And I mean real communism, Soviet communism. I joined the party, but then left a year later when they expelled my Diego for painting for the government. They said he was a traitor. Pura vidya. They were jealous. A year later, I was so into communism again that I fucked Leon Trotsky.
Guilty.
Oh. Trotsky, the one who headed the Red Army after the Russian Revolution. I find power sexy and red power hot.
It is the World Festival of Youth and Students. The trip lasts around 2 weeks, and the Chilean delegation is made up of around 180 people. We are artists, athletes, party leaders. It is there where I learned the word cosmopolitan. Every evening, I pick up my guitar, go to the band, and sing. 180 people. It is like an open-air concert. Para olvidarme de ti, voy a cultivar la tierra. En ella te voy a encontrar. There is a basketball team from Valparaiso, a beautiful city in the coast of my country with colorful houses that seem to have dropped from heaven. The players are very young, kind, fit, sexy. They are so full of energy that remind me what life is for. But life was for. Especially one of them. Para mi tristeza violeta azul, la reina roja va mi pasión. Y para saber si me corresponde, eres un blanco manzano.
Diego Merkel Gunter said to Nia, just novias, Diego has asked if I have lots of girlfriends. LGBTQ, XYZ, ABCDE, as if life could fit in a group of initialisms. Why does humanity need concepts to define love? If I was an initialism though, I'd be BMB. Be more bi.
I love fucking. I really, truly love fucking. Fuck me, I love being fucked. Pardon my French.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir?
Don't you? I can't stop. I could be having sex all day long. I'm a woman.
Not to be mistaken with a lady.
It seems like men have monopolized the right to be horny.
I'm horny. I can't control it. I get anxious, moody, even paranoid. It's like a drug. A healthy drug I'm addicted to.
With so many broken bones, it's not that easy to be a sex machine ready to reload. Diego believes men's pleasure is only located in one spot,
A dick.
whereas women can feel pleasure in many corners of their body. Two women having sex will achieve outstanding intimacy.
Sex could be a double-edged sword when you follow a dick. I gave up everything. My country, my friends, a promising career to follow a dick.
But it's harder to follow a beautiful dick.
I passed from going to biennales in Venice to painting colourful alleyways on pieces of wood. I pay for his studies. I shape what he becomes, and once my work is done, he leaves. He leaves. My abominable creation breaks my heart. And I can never paint as I used to again.
You can have more than sex and less than love. The point where ultimate happiness hides. No questions or commitments, no requirements or expectations, only desire, affection.
Everything is colorful when I'm happy. Everything is full of light and color and energy. I love feeling the sea splashing on my face. And seeing my bluebirds flying away from their cages. It smells like freedom. The freedom of being happy.
Happiness as a concept is unreachable and therefore unknown, and the unknown petrifies, and the uncontrollable overwhelms potential happiness, constant stress.
Future destroys that hidden present moment. The now.
And when I'm happy, I'm more than happy. Have you ever felt so happy that you're faster than a train? It is not always like that. My life, more than a train, is a roller coaster.
I'm the black sheep
of
of my family. Have you ever thought about the concept?
Black.
Black sheep. Why is there a pejorative meaning to that? Is the black sheep bad because it's different?
Because it's different?
It is different.
Because it doesn't follow the flock of stupid sheep led by a shepherd they love just because he feeds and walks them. They call me the black sheep because I never fit into the patterns of what Colombia
Señorita de su casa
was. I didn't get married. I went to study arts in the US. I didn't pray the rosary. I painted figures they couldn't understand, and the meaning was
Just in front of their eyes.
And what's art in the end if not a total brain mess that comes together when you vomit it onto a canvas?
Art is for those who dare. I don't live a humble life of worship and penance. I live in sin.
Because I don't believe in what they do. I never hunt a nice, wealthy and devout guy like my sisters. Instead, I sleep with more than one.
A few actually.
Just because we can. They call me the black sheep, but they are wrong. I'm not a black sheep, I'm a yellow sheep, because love is not black, because freedom is yellow.
In my palace, all my ghosts are dressed in yellow.
Like the sun, or a banana, or sunflowers or the grass when it's burnt.
Madness, sickness, fear, yellow.
Why do leaves suicide when they feel yellow?
Distance and tenderness, blue.
Love could turn blue, but never black. Freedom is yellow.
There is no freedom in full happiness.
A slave of joy. You can die of happiness. Freedom is not yellow, but green. The colour of nature, of leaves when they're alive.
Green is not a primary color.
The perfect green is the middle point between yellow and blue.
Green.
The colour of nature, of leaves.
Blue.
Water and
Yellow.
sun.
Blue.
Rain and
Yellow.
light are needed for green. People want to be freed of pain, but suffering is a part of freedom.
We come in colours every day.
We're like a rainbow.
A rainbow between storms. Sometimes the wind is too strong and the ocean too deep. And I get lost and can't find my way back home, back to myself. Sometimes, when the storm strikes, there is no life jacket to wear. There are times that I struggle to float. Si se deshoja la rosa, muy triste queda la planta, como que ola que canta, su pena más dolorosa. I didn't kill her. I know you blame me, but I didn't. I mean, how could I know? Yes, she was months old. And yes, I left her. But I was working, I was singing. She was with her father, with her brother, with her sister. How could I know? And I loved her in my own way. But I did. Sometimes I don't have all the answers. I just go to the bedroom and cry. I don't love my children, but I can't say it out loud. If I do, people patronize my feelings, try to explain my words, to justify my behaviors. Because it isn't right not to love your children, right? Because it isn't right not to love your children, right? Because it isn't right not to love your children, right? I mean, I do love them, but not as much as a responsible mother would. A functional mother would.
The moral supremacy of motherhood. As if giving birth makes you automatically, instantaneously and miraculously a good person. As if expelling a child from your vagina makes you morally superior.
Every so often I smile. But only when they don't behave, because it's a mother's duty to keep your children well behaved. Usually, I give people a hard time at first. So they realize that life, it is not easy. Then I start loving them. It is the same with my children. I hate them because I love them. And they're fine. They're strong, resilient, like me. I am a mother. Not a good mother, not a bad mother. I'm just a mother.
This is an impossible situation to be a mother nowadays. I've tried so hard. I've tried and lost 3 children who couldn't be nurtured in my wounded womb. My breasts are dry.
I enjoy breastfeeding. And not the bones and all that shit, no. I enjoy breastfeeding because it gives me pleasure. Pleasure. Having someone sucking your nipples 8 times a day is nice. Really nice. Wrong. Disgusting.
Motherhood is for those who are willing to give up their freedom. People say I'm selfish for not wanting to have children. Selfish is bringing someone, something into this world. You know, if I had a choice, I don't think I'd chosen to be born. My mother was wrong, but she didn't seem so. She was thin with a fragile voice, very nice and polite to others. But indoors,
I am a witch.
I am a bitch.
my grandmother was a witch, but a good one. She had the power of magic. We called her Ursula, but Ursula Buendia, the 100 Years of Salty character. Ursula is the matriarch of the clan. She was the one that kept the family together, or prevented it from falling apart at least. Mama Carmen is our healer. She can cure any wounds with her herbs. She's a great storyteller. All the kids in Chinchinea wait outside her house. Even 90 years later, they remember her. You should be seeing a play about her, not about me.
My mother deformed her fingers sewing. She was a dressmaker, but she never worked for herself, always for others. In a way, I am like her. I don't sing for myself, but for whoever wants to listen. Singing is my duty. A debt to those who don't have a voice to sing, to say what they are going through, to let out their demons.
My mother suffered from hysteria. Oh, she had awful episodes. And the cause? Dissatisfaction. She didn't love my father, as her heart was devoted to her high school sweetheart. I don't blame her though. It wasn't easy to forget, especially considering he killed himself in front of her.
I don't love my mother. There, I've said it out loud. What are you gonna do? Patronize my feelings, justify my words to explain my behavior? Because it isn't right not to love your mother, right? Because it's not right not to love your mother, right? Because it isn't right not to love your mother, right?
When I close my eyes, exhausted, looking for support, I see the faces of my mother, my friends, my brother. They are flames lighting the path to my soul. Madre, amigo, hermano, hijos alumbrando. Madre, amigo, hermano, hijos. Madre, amigo, hermano, hijos, no pega. No, mother, friends, brother, No. Children and happiness don't match together. Madre, amigo, hermano, y luz alumbrando, gracias a la vida que me ha dado tanto, me ha dado la risa y me ha dado el llanto. Perfecto distingo, dicha de quebranto, los dos materiales que forman mi canto. Gracias a la vida is gonna be my masterpiece. I will be remembered as the author of this song. Everybody will sing it, and then they will finally know my name and recognize my work. People love being grateful as if they owe something to life. And you know what? I don't. These lyrics are not about gratefulness. This music is not an anthem. Its meaning will be only understood for those who can put themselves in my shoes.
Viva la Vida is considered my most joyful painting. It is not a self-portrait, it's a soul portrait. It shows tasty and colourful watermelons of different shapes and sizes. It's refreshing, uplifting, painless, like death. Viva la Vida is a tribute to life, they say. People are so basic, so ordinary, so literal, that they get lost in the sarcasm, drowned in the subtleness. Breaking news!
Long live
Life. Viva la Vida was my last work. Who is ill? Who is really ill?
physically ill, mentally ill.
Am I ill?
You are ill.
You are ill.
I have wings to fly, others have feet to kick, fists to punch, mouths to spread, bitterness. Who is sick? Who is really sick? Are you sick? Am I sick? Who is sick? I'm sick of them.
If life's a disorder, which one would it be?
Schizophrenia, imaginary voices.
Real voices can be as nasty as imaginary ones. Wanna be disregarding, patronizing, unbearable.
ADHD, the impossibility of retaining good ideas or memories.
The worst disorder is being unable to detach from bad ideas.
Bipolar, a roller coaster. Up, down, 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 up, down. My whole existence is the opposite than my singing. I sing, but I'm cursed. Joy and sorrow,
Anxiety.
Depression,
sorrow and joy.
Depression.
anxiety.
The two raw materials that my singing is made of. You go from one to the other, jumping like a frog, throwing yourself into emptiness and then waiting to float.
And then that miserable doubt, the mother of all questions.
But what if I don't float? What if I get sucked in by emptiness? What if I never come back from that black hole?
Life doesn't seem to make sense. Life makes me sick.
Life, what have you given to me? A broken heart, a silent soul, a hectic journey. Life, I don't thank you anymore. You are nothing but distress.
I love you.
No. It was beyond love. It was that feeling that shakes your chest from inside and go, and go up through your throat. Some people get speechless after that. They can never talk again. But I was not that lucky. After you left, I had to sing.
Love.
You have to sing as if the world was gonna end, because my world is ending.
My brain is never calm, it never stops, but with you,
there was peace.
With you, life was easy and simple.
easy going.
Going easy.
Flowing as it never did before, as it will never do again.
But then you had to break that peace and break me.
As a stone thrown at the mirror, you pushed my love away, my life away.
Maria Montoya, my so-called mother, says you shouldn't keep broken things, it is bad luck. I disagree. I think there are beautiful, meaningful things worth fixing, like kintsukuroi. When something gets broken, Japanese people collect all the pieces, even the really tiny ones, and put them back together with the shuri lacquer mixed with powdered gold. They repair what is broken.
A broken soul cannot be repaired.
It's not repairing, it's becoming. It's making the cracks shine, the darkness, turning scars into poetry, a brand new version of what it was.
The beauty of imperfection. Este amor apasionado anda todo alborotado por volver.
In our house, there is a bridge. The place is a big, modern construction that combines bold, functionalist styles with traditional Mexican forms. There are two buildings. The larger one, Diego's studio and bedroom, and the smaller house where I live and work.
Voy camino a la locura y aunque todo me tortura, sé querer.
Her desk is in the bridge, just like her blood, divided between her family. Okay, me, her sister, and her vagina, devoted to Diego.
Nos dejamos hace tiempo, pero se llegó el momento de perder.
I know he's seeing,
Sleeping.
he sleeps with several women. It isn't a secret, it's in his DNA. And if I love him, I have to accept that side of him. We have an unspoken agreement.
Y volver, volver, volver a tus brazos otra vez.
I also fuck other people.
Llegaré hasta donde estés, no sé perder, yo sé perder, quiero volver.
But sometimes absolute freedom can get you lost. That's what happened to me, Nino. My sister. Do you have to sleep with my sister? My life. Do you have to fuck with my life?
People think that betrayal is a stab in your back. It isn't. It walks slowly, looking you in the eye. You're the one who doesn't see it.
one more. Just like his native art pieces, one more lover for his collection, one more Carlo. It's in his nature to love her, and if I want him to be happy, I have to accept it.
Betrayal is discreet. It observes you, analyzes you, reads you.
How can I stop feeling like I've been poisoned? That moment between swallowing and dying lingers forever.
Betrayal is loyal to its nonsensical principles.
I forgive my sister. Seriously. But it doesn't bring me peace. On the contrary, I'm on the edge of neurasthenia, that point where a woman becomes idiotic, useless.
Betrayal beats you to agony, but it doesn't kill you.
I don't like my sister, but I won't say it out loud. If I do, people will gaslight my emotions, disapprove of my behaviour, undermine my feelings because it isn't right not to love your sister, right? Because it isn't right not to love your sister, right? Because it is not right not to love your sister, right?
If you want to laugh, go to the jungle. Magic mushrooms are very special in El Choco. My life is so easy, easy going easy. I feel like I can fly and fuck the whole night at the same time. I laugh and I cry and 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 I cry and I laugh and I laugh and I cry and I cry and I laugh and I laugh and I cry and I cry and I laugh. My little brother tries to do the same. He has a bad trip. He ends up in hospital. He almost dies. I feel guilty. I try and take care of him. Maria Montoya, my so-called mother, hated people. Well, women who laughed out loud. She said it was vulgar. Working class. As if laughter's something that you can keep within.
I hate people who laugh inside and quietly as if they were sorry or asking for forgiveness for being happy.
Being happy isn't the same as enjoying life.
I enjoy life, and I enjoy tragedy, because life is tragic. People like giving other people good news, right? I am the proud bearer of bad news. I am like the oracle. People come to me to hear what they don't want to listen. I'm good at it. Hi. I am really sorry. Poses are crucial. Don't tell too much, don't tell too little. only the fact. Facts are the best of tragedy. Your son plucked his eyes out after sleeping with you. Fact. Your wife killed your lover, her father, your children, after she discovered you slept with your lover and cheated on her. Fact. Your leader has kidnapped the first lady of your neighboring country and war has been declared. Anyone? Fact. Your daughter didn't survive.
Your leg will get amputated.
You're right, the madhouse is waiting outside.
Not being normal doesn't mean you're weird. It means you're special.
Extinction is the price to pay for being different.
To define normality takes you to a place of madness.
Sadness.
Let's talk about madness. This is the one place where such words should be spoken.
Some people go to cemetery on Sundays. Some others, they come to Sibate. It's kind of the same concept. They're here. Their beloved ones are neither dead nor alive. The way to Sibate has plenty of nature, very green. There's a pond, but you can't swim there. It's contaminated. Just like the intentions of my brothers that brought me here. We have no choice, they said. If you don't fit at home, you fit at Sibate. At the cemetery, they worship you, at least they pray for your soul, they bring you flowers. There's no flowers here in this Kafkaesque place, and the only prayers heard are the ones behind the medical procedures ward. The most long-term effects of electroshocks is they may forget events from your past. Memory is a word I forgot for a while. You can't remember the facts, you can't forget the feelings. It isn't like what you see in the movies, it isn't romantic. No one is coming to tell you who you are, but you know you are or were someone. Every time you look in the mirror, you know there's a story behind those eyes. So many laughs, or maybe words that were never told to people. You're not there anymore. Or maybe they are. Behind the grey walls, they have no faces that nothing makes sense when you're tied to a bed wearing a straight jacket.
After all is gone, I remain. There, naked, left behind by the hurricane. Hopeless, finished, empty. Sometimes I am the hurricane, sometimes the hurricane is me. Sometimes we match, sometimes we are the same.
The unbearable thing of being apathetic is to know what passion feels like, but being unable to experience it. It's like eating food with no salt. The worst is not the flavour itself, but the memory of how tasty it once was.
First, rage. Me against the world, or the world against Violeta. Rage empowers you to move you forward no matter what's in the way. Tables, chairs, guitars, sons, husbands, daughters, lovers, beds, lovers in beds. It doesn't matter. Rage is rage. It is the purest feeling that you can experience. Love
is overrated.
El amor con sus esmeros al viejo lo vuelve niño. Y al malo, solo el cariño lo vuelve puro y sincero. Love is the only capable feeling that can turn bad men into honest and pure guys.
Bollocks.
The only honest emotion is rage. You can lie when you're angry, mad. You just vomit words, shoot, shout, pass through life, destroying everything that is in front of you. I like power. So I like rage.
But every time you explode a piece of you is gone. I want to kick a stone. No, I want to kick a rock. Like the volcano I have stuck in my chest. I want to merge in order to be myself. That dark side that is not public. That dark part that nobody would like, because nobody likes sadness. Nobody likes distress. And when I'm sadness, and when I'm distressed, I also want solitude.
Sadness, I don't like it. It comes after rage, but I feel hopeless to the point that I don't know if I exist anymore. I can't talk, I can't walk, I can't sleep, I can't stay awake. I can only sing, speaking to myself.
In sadness, all my demons are around, whispering the truth of life. They're the only ones who will say it, and the truth is horrible.
People think that they can avoid the truth. Cowards. Yeah. I don't blame them. I wish I could, but I can't. The truth tellers follow me everywhere I go. That is what I sing. To let them out so they can go for a walk and leave me alone.
Alone.
Alone. For a moment, at least. People think that I like being alone. And in some way, I do. But alone is not the same as lonely. Sometimes there is no one here, but I don't feel alone. I am not alone. Sometimes Violeta Parra is the most popular woman on earth. But loneliness is a weight that her shoulders can't bear.
Sometimes life is too heavy and breaks your spine.
You become emotionally disabled.
If sadness that comes after rage, and if rage moves you forward, sadness freezes you. Your soul shivers. I don't want to die.
su al medio hay un abismo sin música ni luz, sin música ni luz, sin música ni sin música.
Solo quiero decirles que los quiero.
Ja tylko mówię, że cię kocham.
I only want to tell you that I love you.
Que su recuerdo es lo único que me mantiene en pie cuando todo se viene abajo.
That my memories of you are the only thing that keeps me standing when everything else falls apart.
Not today, not today, not today. But what if today comes?
If I decide to end my existence now, nobody will care and life will go on. Some people will say nice things about me because nobody speaks ill of the dead. They will build shrines and burn candles in my name, they will mourn. But sooner rather than later, life will keep going. The only life
Or non-life.
in transit will be mine. Only for a few of them, I will be a loss, a lack of something, an empty space that memories will never fill.
Our past isn't coming. It doesn't exist. Our past, our future is a collection of many nows, and those nows have ended.
Have ended now.
Have ended? No.
New lost teeny.
You sad teeny!
How can I forgive my sister? How can I satisfy being a wife? Can't I be a mother? The pain is unbearable. It's all my fault.
It's all my fault.
It's all my fault.
Electroshock.
Why? You blame me? Why don't you blame her father? Do you even know the name of her father? It's not my fault.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault. I'm unable to laugh, unable to feel, unable to speak. I am what is left of me. A ghost walking through the grey walls. I was locked in there. And now I'm locked in here. Useless. And it's all your fault.
It's all your fault.
It's all your fault. frightening. Now, when I see the huge tree trunks, I can't touch them. They hit me. They pull me back. My forest now is full of demons, and I run. I promise, I run, but I can't escape anymore.
There is a thud, and then everything is blurry. Everything but the pain.
I was blue before, but now I'm not even black, I'm transparent.
Have you ever had your soul broken? Have you ever felt a train of life running over you? Al lindo del alto cielo, la estrella con su reflejo, tu maldijo los azules, destello del arroyuelo. Maldigo del bajo suelo, la tierra con su contorno, maldigo el fuego del horno, porque mi alma está de luto. Maldigo los estatutos del tiempo y su bochorno. ¿Cuánto será mi dolor? Maldigo la cordillera de los Andes de la costa, maldigo señora costa y la gata de tierra. También la pasiva guerra, lo falso y lo peligroso, maldigo lo perfumoso, porque mi alma está de luto. Maldigo los estatutos del tiempo y su bochorno. ¿Cuánto será mi dolor? Maldigo la primavera con sus jardines en flor y de lodo el color. Yo lo maldigo de veras. La nube pasajera, la maldigo tanto y tanto porque me han estado quebrando. Maldigo el invierno entero con el verano embustero. Maldigo profano y santo. ¿Cuánto será mi dolor? Maldigo la solitaria figura de la bandera. Maldigo cualquier emblema, la Venus y la Araucaria. El trino de la Canaria, el cosmos y sus planetas. Maldigo todas sus grietas, porque a mí que empezar. Maldigo del ancho mar, sus puertos y sus caletas. ¿Cuánto será mi dolor? Maldigo luna y paisaje, los pueblos y los desiertos. Maldigo muerto por muerto y el vivo de raya a que las aves con su plumaje, la maldigo sangre fría. Las aulas, la sacristía, porque me aqueja un dolor. Maldigo el vocablo amor con toda su porquería. you.
¿Cuánto será mi dolor?
Violet like the flower. The color of new beginnings, but I abstract in the end.
I'm Frida.
Frida.
But there is no freedom without peace.
I'm Judith.
Judith?
Judith.
No beauty, no daring, just sobbing.
Have you ever felt that life passes in front of you, like a train, and you're unable to catch it?
I don't fear death. No more than what I fear with forgetting my keys and there's no one to answer the door.
The other day, I tried some jelly and it tasted like a disgusting elephant. It's like when I swallow, I have a volcano in my throat. It's like my head, my chest, everything is going to explode again. It's like I have a mountain in my throat.
I loved him. So, it was beyond love.
I have a volcano in my chest.
A hurricane?
Life lasted a second. I wish it was now.
I have wings to fly, but they are broken now. I won't sentence you to a be happy, do it for me. If you want to be happy, do it for you. Being alive is a constant decision.
Yo no me suicido por amor. Lo hago por el orgullo que rebalsa a los mediocres.
Dwi ddim yn lladd fy hun am cariad, dwi'n lladd fy hun am balchder.
I don't suicide for love. I do it for the overflowing pride in mediocrity.
If there's any legacy I'm leaving behind, it's this like immense desire to eat the world.
I have no regrets. Not at this point. I live freely,
Bravely,
Savagely.
embracing
Every
single.
mistake. I'm coming to visit you now. You promised me you'd have a feast.
A beast.
some peace at least.
Some peace at least.
Some peace.